All right, so I'm gonna try to make this quick, and let me tell you what, baby, it is cold outside. So this happened to me about 2 weeks ago. I'm finally getting an opportunity now to make a video about this. Basically, I had a P0340 code, and it's for the cam sensor. So I'm just gonna make a quick little video and try to make it a little bit funny, and we're going to drive the car and see how it acts, and go through the diagnosis of what you can do and the repair. Here we go. All right, just got done stopping here at the store. Let's get this thing started up and see what happens. Oh no, what is that? Great. They tell me it's just part of the normal daily thing with these cars. All right, I gotta get out here, stopping to see a couple people. Hopefully this doesn't hold me up. All right, let's get into some boost. Going on was the car would not rev past 2500, 2400, something in that area, and I had to drive it that day. And today, well, we take this thing for a drive. The only thing I can say is I drove it once since it originally started doing it. And then I drove it again, basically just to move it around. And then I went to start it up right away, like 10 minutes later, and the car wouldn't want to start. So I don't know if that affected anything with now allowing this thing to, let's say, rev up past 2,500 RPMs. And I'm going to show you here real quick how to pull the code with what I like to call the key jingle. Pretty bright right now, so we'll get on that here in a second. All right, so I'm in a safe location here. I'm actually parked, I'm stopped. So basically, when you're in the car and you have your key out, you want to stick your key in and cycle it forward. 1, 2, 3. Okay. We have a 522, a 340, and that's it. So that's how you get your codes. I know the 340 is a cam. I'm not sure off the 522 here off the top of my head. I'm going to look that up real quick, and I'll see what that is, because that's a new code. That might have been part of the hard start, but I think that might be like a temperature sensor or something. I think that might be inlet air inlet temperature sensor, but I could be wrong. I'll check that out and we'll go from there. Like I said, I really wanted to get it on video where when I got on it, the cam sensor was doing what it was supposed to do when it goes bad, and that's not let you rev past, this thing was only letting me go up to like 2,400 RPMs. You could how can I say that? As long as you weren't on the gas pedal and holding it to go past that RPM, it would drive okay. You could apply full throttle under load and it would actually build boost, like let's say in 4th gear. So that wasn't a problem. 5th gear, good cruising speed was about 58 to 62 mile an hour when the car was acting like that. So I'm going to look up this code, see what the other one is. I know that the cam sensor was causing some issues, and I do have one to install and replace that, and a new magnet if needed. Well, it looks like the P0522 is the oil pressure sensor. Doesn't help when I keep getting text. It looks like the 522 is the oil pressure sensor. I don't remember if I replaced the one in this car or not. I do know it has a small oil leak, so I guess I'll be addressing that at the same time. I think I have one of those here that might still be new. Usually when I try to get them, I usually try to get the OEM ones. The cheaper ones you can order or get from AutoZone or whatever seem to not last that long. Maybe most of them usually last about a year. They're all, I guess, kind of made the same. And yeah. All right, well, I'll pull this thing in. Like I said, I really wish I could have got this thing to act like it was the cam sensor and throw in that code. So I might try to clear the code and then take it for a drive again and see if it acts that way. And if it does, hopefully I can get that on video. Wow, it's really bright. Anyway, I'm going in here. I'm going to clear the codes for the oil pressure sending unit. Honestly, it's only saying that I have one. Not quite sure. But we had the oil one, and we had the cam sensor. Not quite sure why. Alright, let's erase these. Clear codes. Alright, says everything's cleared. So I'm going to start this thing up and see if the code stays on. Usually if it is that, it's a hard code and it's kind of permanent. And if it is, we'll just go through whatever we got to do. It really sucked that I didn't get a chance to actually show what it was like when you try to drive with a bad cam sensor. So anyway, here we go. Funny, no hard code. When it first did it, I did disconnect the battery, so it just kind of sucks right now with the fact that this is happening. I really wanted this to be a simple, easy video, but if any of you have had any cars with this issue, we know it's just something that happens. It could be a result of the, it could be a result of the watt box, which is, even though it is a plug and play. Let's get down here. I really got to fix that chirping, but I'm gonna go check some wiring out. Let's have a look at that. Very well, got down in here, double checked my wiring. Everything seemed to look pretty good. I had to move my charge pipe out of the way, just undo some clamps. I have an 8mm. Basically pulled my 2 bolts out here for the cam sensor. I cleared the code. It did not come back on initial fire up, but I was going to take this thing for a drive and see how it acted. We have this little problem right now. This white stuff is all over the place. So with that being said, I'm just going to pull the magnet out. I got a new magnet and a new cam sensor that was just on for a couple minutes for testing. Both were Mopar parts. So I'm going to clean up this area around here and just throw them on and see how the car acts. And hopefully that was our problem. At least if I put a new one on, I know I eliminated the possibility of it being the cam sensor and the magnet. So what you use is a T30, and that's what holds the bolt in the cam sensor, which that's a magnet. That's why I pulled that. I don't know how old this one is. It was on the car when I got it. So I have a new one here. We just got out of a bag. This one here was on I just installed this one recently, so I know it's good to go. I know there's nothing wrong with this one because it was on a car running fine with no codes also. So we'll put this on here. We'll try to get this thing out as soon as we get some snow and we get some clear roads. We'll take this thing for a little bit of drive and just, see how it acts. And hopefully this was the problem and we don't have an issue either with our watt box or something in the wiring somewhere. So yeah, so basically just pop this center bolt out, have your old one, set it off to the side, and just install this one. They have 2 notches that they go on, I was always curious if you could put these things on the wrong way. Just put them in, see what happens. They both have the magnetic dots everywhere where they're supposed to, and go with it. Alright, pretty simple, easy installation there for the cam sensor. 2 8mm, the T30 Torx. Just plugged everything back in, stuck my pipe in the way. Some guys don't even have cold air kits on their car. Some don't even have the battery. So you might have less stuff in the way when you need to get in there to change that out. But it's a really simple thing. You can unhook your battery to reset the codes, or you can use a code scanner, or if you have a tuner, you can clear your codes that way also. I'm going to get this thing started up. I'm going to check it, see if the code's clear, because I did cycle the key on. I'll probably clear the codes again. I'll start out fresh. And then as soon as I get some clear roads with some no snow, I'll be able to take this thing out. I usually don't like to drive it in the snow, but that's where we're at. And I'll see if it has a code, and I'll try to update you. I might add it to this video, and I might not. If not, this will be the end, and I'll talk to you later.